Zlurpcast!
I still need a countdown, Ninja.
My code name is Fat Shadow.
As opposed to Shat Fatto.
We've been invaded by Fat Shadow. I think that's Biran. I don't want to I think it is. It says Biran Thom Sen. Sen of Thumb. He is the Sen. In the old days, you'd say Sen of Thumb. But he looks like Fat Shadow, P-H-A-T, obviously. I'm Jonny P. We got Xtreme, Golf rocking it, Mike in the flannel. Zlurpcast TV. Once again, you've tuned in. You either like us, stumble upon us, found us on accident. You have a friend or enemy that said to listen. We'll take it. If you don't finish the episode, it still counts. So you're in. Thanks. We've done a couple game shows in the past, Zlurpcast showdowns. And usually I come up with questions. The last one we did a lot of Blood Bowl, like Did You Knows? We've done Zlurpcast history. We've done games we've covered. We've done, and I considered doing we've been talking a lot about comics lately. I consider doing some of that, but I'm like, that's a lot of work. I could have found a website, maybe give me the answers. It's Riz. Then I'm buying groceries yesterday, and I still hit the toy aisle, even in the supermarket, even though we know what it is. Like, we know it's going to be a couple of Hot Wheel cars, and there was actually the mini He-Man guys there, surprisingly. But I saw, for a couple of dollars next to the Uno decks, some trivia games. So I picked one up. We have the 90s trivia game today.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Mike, guess what? They have an 80s one too, and I'll get that next time.
All right.
There's a 2000s for Xtreme. There's the age gap there. But for 90s, we've got 5 categories. And what I'd like to do is, did you guys like the buzz-in, or would you rather be on the spot?
Be on the spot.
Okay, I think that's better because buzzing in sometimes is hard to gauge. So what I'd like to do is on the spot, but if you don't know it, somebody can steal it. In that case, you can just, because it's only going to be 2 people, you can give me whatever your code word is. Blorp, bleep, blap, shart, blart.
Moops.
Blart is a bloody shart. So whatever your word is, we'll do that. And I will keep score. But we are taking a time capsule back to the 90s. We have a VHS tape in there. That's our movies category on my side here.
Is that a StarTAC phone?
Looks more like a singular. Is that a brand, or was that a
That was a
provider?
Carrier.
Carrier.
Yeah.
What was the phone? Nokia made all of them, though, right?
No, the Microsoft StarTAC.
I don't remember.
Not
that
Microsoft, Motorola.
Oh, okay. This one actually looks older than that. Or sorry,
No, that's a StarTAC.
Okay. Did you make those when you were
I didn't make them, but I worked there. Yes.
Yeah. You worked at Motorola.
Yes.
Yeah, those were the days, right? I bet you did a lot of fucking around there.
Yeah.
So there's 5 questions on each. We have movies, we have music, and it's got a disc man on my side there. TV, sports, which I just put a basketball for, but that was kind of weird, like
Chicago
sport ball.
Bulls.
And that's going to be a lot of them, I bet. And then the cell phone, I believe they said that category was like lifestyle or something almost like pop culture-y.
Potpourri.
Potpourri.
Potent potables.
Potent potables, yes.
Or poopery, if you will.
Potpourri.
So let's go. The rules actually say oldest goes first. It says that in the rules. So we will go Mike, Biran, Xtreme. And we'll just go until we've grown tiresome of it. So you'll have a chance, Mike. If you don't know it, then they could steal. Movie category. You had me at hello is an iconic phrase from what 96 movie?
Jerry Maguire.
Oh,
You got it.
Fuck.
I knew
I
you were a
knew
big
that-
Renee Zellweger fan.
I've never seen it, but I knew the line. So,
It's got Glenn
Music.
Fry, you know.
what musical genre did the Seattle record label Sub Pop bring us in the early 90s?
Is this still me?
Still you.
Grunge.
Oh, I was saying, yeah, clear out a card. Grunge, correct. What TV show begins with the words, in a time of ancient gods, warlords, and kings?
Hercules.
Ding.
Incorrect.
Xena.
Ding.
Xena.
It is Xena.
Yeah.
You're on with the points.
Never saw either one
It
of
was
them.
a 50-50 shot.
It was close. It's like, Kevin Sorbo? No, that wasn't the
I
show.
used to watch a lot of Hercules in my Latin class. My teacher was
Yeah?
awesome.
What did you learn?
Nothing.
You should watch Xena with the lesbian undertones.
So
Yeah.
I
Oh, there
I
were
had an-
overtones.
I had an economics class in high school, and it was Mr. Biederman, great name. This guy was awesome. We did anything and everything besides learn economics. We watched Trading Places, which was great because Jamie Lee Curtis showed her boobs. We're watching it in class, boobs. We
Oops.
watched Dazed and Confused, so many different movies, and nothing economics related, which was great. Sports category. What hockey player?
Who's this? Who's
Oh,
answering?
still you, Mike.
All right.
What hockey player sat out 24 games for radiation therapy during the 92-93 season and still won the NHL scoring title?
Wayne Gretzky.
Ding.
It's the only hockey player I know.
Mario Lemieux.
Yep. Hockey player with cancer. So that's the other answer from the 90s.
It was one of those two.
I don't even know who this is. Who photographed Demi Moore naked and pregnant, Mike still, on the cover of Vanity Fair?
Annie Leibovitz.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't even know. Who is that?
She's
It's the
one of
only
the most
photographer
famous
I know.
photographers.
Oh, she's a photographer.
Yeah.
All right. So Mike got 3, Biran got 2. Did I get that right?
Yep.
Sure.
All right. Good work for both of you. Not extreme.
She was easy.
Biran's
Weren't
category.
you like 10 then?
Were you born in the 90s?
I was born in 1980.
Are you still technically, are you Gen X or are you millennial extreme?
That's
I'm
millennial.
actually an in-between. I'm a xenial.
Yeah, that's not real.
Is that like a
Yeah.
like a taint? Is that like a taint?
Yeah.
No,
People are ashamed to
a-
call themselves millennials.
it's a 5-year period and you have the traits of both.
The worst
It's
of
like
both
being
or
on the
best?
cusp in the horoscope.
Yes, that's true. Because sometimes I'm a Scorpio, sometimes I'm a Libra.
Uh-huh.
And I don't understand how any of it works. It's all made up anyway.
See? So I'm
You'd still be a Libra, aren't? No, you're on the 23rd, aren't you?
23rd. So I
You're
mean,
technically I don't remember.
by most it's a Scorpio, but I've seen some Libra.
Yeah.
Which one has more assholes in the group?
Libra.
Scorpio? Oh, Libra? I guess I'm a Libra.
It's 2.
No, it's actually Scorpio, but
I
I'm a
remember-
Libra, so.
So I got to try to find this. Years ago, when I first got internet, one of the first ever things that was sent to me was by email. And I'm looking back and thinking about it now, I'm sure it was fake. But at the time I thought it was horoscopes as written by Adam Sandler. And they were like, you are a complete piece of shit. And they were everyone was horrible. Everybody hates you. Like there was I don't know whoever wrote it, but I love that it was like Adam Sandler's horoscopes. And also I didn't know he was that angry. I mean, he was, funny guy. All right, Biran, your category. Movies. Who played the title role in Donnie Brasco?
It is. Oh my God.
They give multiple choice, but I'm not giving it because I think that's too easy. No. Anyone buzzing in?
Brian is.
Me.
It's Johnny Depp.
Extreme. Who is it? Nope. Extreme. Who is it?
Yeah.
Johnny Depp.
Johnny
Extreme
Depp.
gets it.
Oh, so it's gonna be one of these again.
Yeah, I don't know. You had 10 fucking seconds. Biran, music. Name one of the 2 male pop stars who was in the Mickey Mouse Club with Britney and Christina.
Justin Timberlake.
You got it. Do you know who the other one is?
I don't know. And I don't care.
That'd be JC Chazé.
So that's one no one would get.
I was going to say what?
Well, if you want the bonus point, it was another NSYNC guy.
Sure.
TV show. What is the setting for the Drew Carey show, Biran?
Cleveland.
You're right. Does Cleveland rock for bonus points?
No, it's in
There's
Ohio.
no
So
bonus
no.
points. Biran, the 94 Winter Olympics marked the first time they were at a different year than the Summer Olympics. What city hosted them?
Seoul?
Dang.
Mike?
Helsinki.
Nope. Xtreme? You don't lose anything.
I don't know.
Is that
Thought- I
Sochi?
felt-
Oh, that's too recent.
I only know it because the name
Vancouver.
of this city is it's Lillehammer. And I
Oh.
only know it because the name, for some reason, in my head is tied to 94, which is tied to Nancy Kerrigan, Tanya Harding. So those things all go together. And it was like a year word association of sorts. Last one, potpourri, potent potables. What small dolls, not Hot Toys, Biran, with crazy spiked hair became extremely popular in the early 90s?
Trolls.
It is trolls, troll dolls. So Biran had 3, Xtreme 1.
That's right. Yeah, because no one got that one. Yeah.
All right, Xtreme, it's your category. You have the power to clean up right here. Movies. In what film does Robin Williams say, 10,000 years in a bottle could give you such a crick in the neck?
Aladdin.
That is correct. Music. Whose debut album was Tupacalypse Now, Me Against the World?
Tupac.
Last name?
Shakur.
I have Shaker on mine. Yes. I just
have
want to make sure.
beer.
Yeah, another Tupac. TV. What long-running New York police cop drama starred Dennis Franz as Andy Sipowicz? Get through these.
NYPD Blue.
Yep. Famous for what? For bonus? For no bonus.
His butt.
For a fact.
Showing his butt.
His buttocks.
And they used to say shit, and no one said shit back then.
And also he was in Die Hard 2
There's no bonus points for that, but thank you.
with Fred Thompson, former senator.
With, not in Die Hard with a Vengeance.
No. What?
Un-
Question number
un-
3. What did the sign say in Die Hard with a Vengeance that he was wearing?
What did the what say?
The sign that the terrorists forced John McClane to wear. What did it say?
The end is near? I don't know.
Starts with an N.
Oh. Do you want to say it or
No.
judges? We accept. I'm too scared to say it. Xtreme, what basketballer or what was basketballer's Carl? Let me say basketballer. What's Karl Malone's nickname? Jesus.
The Mailman.
That's correct. Why is that?
I have no idea.
Because he always
He always
delivers.
Always delivers.
I thought it was
Also, I
because the only
believe-
black guy in Utah.
Also, I believe he was delivered papers for some inappropriate underage things as well. Delivered by a mailman. What Teflon Don was convicted of murder, conspiracy to commit murder, racketeering, obstruction of justice, tax evasion, illegal gambling, extortion, and loan sharking? So 90s mobster. I'll sum it up.
I don't know.
Can't think of it.
No? Okay. I knew this one. John Gotti.
Oh! Travolta played him.
So Xtreme had 3. No, 4.
Four.
Yeah, 4. No steal. So Xtreme and Biran are at 5. Mike has 3.
Not surprising.
Over to Mike. Going to 1995 movies. Which movie in 95 depicted the real life struggle to bring 3 astronauts back to Earth after an aborted lunar mission?
Apollo 13.
Correct.
It's a guess on the number.
I don't even know who this is. And if I don't know it, well, I don't know. You might know. You know more music, Mike. We'll see. It's the music, obviously. What was Jan Arden's biggest hit of the 90s?
Fuck if I know.
I don't even know who that is. Who's Jan Arden? Insensitive. No, no one knew that. What series, TV show, depicted the adventures of a doctor who leaves Boston for the Wild West? 3, 2, 1. Give me a
Dang,
ding.
quit medicine woman.
You're on.
I was going to say Northern Exposure, but I think Mike's right.
Yeah.
Judges, Xtreme. Does Mike get the points?
Yes.
Because Biran complained about one. He's like, one of those. Whatever the fuck that means.
I had to think of Homer Simpson saying it. So
it's funny that I know the name of that show. I don't know anything what it's about. That would have been my guess as the answer, not even knowing, just because it was a doctor.
it's Jane Seymour, though.
Yeah, I remember it being like that today would be a Hallmark special.
Yes, for sure.
It was very schmaltzy.
I don't think I
love
knew.
the scene in Talladega Nights where his sons are Walker and Texas Ranger. And she said, if we wanted a bunch of pussies, we would have named Dr. Quinn and Medicine Woman.
That is true. What'd you do
Has
today,
the new
son?
Walker come out? The one with the guy from Supernatural?
Is it out?
I don't know, because I
Yeah,
remember.
it's out. Totally.
Oh, really?
Matt McMahon's in the show.
Oh, yeah, he sent that clip over to me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He plays like a bumbling bank security guy.
Yes,
Like,
exactly.
"Oh," and it's like, shoot him. And he's like, where's my gun?
It's Jared Padalecki, right? From Supernatural plays
Yeah.
Walker?
He's in it.
Yeah. And Gilmore Girls.
Yes, and Gilmore Girls. And the reboot of Friday the 13th.
Oh, really?
Mike, what NBA team had a 72-10 record in the 96 season?
I'm going to say the Bulls.
That's right. Record breaking as well. You're going to get this one. Guaranteed. Grunge music boosted the popularity of what type of shirt?
That would be Flanell.
Flannel is correct.
From the Joseph B. Flannel design house.
So Mike got Dr. Quinn. So you got four on that one, Mike.
All right.
Yeah, just the bullshit one that no one knew.
I was going to say, well, the answer is
Mike's-
flannel. Jesus.
Mike's up to 7. Biran, movies. Who played Catwoman in the 92 blockbuster Batman Returns?
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Can you spell her last name for no bonus points?
P. Pfeiffer.
Correct. Music. Who released the best-selling album of her 35-year career in 98? 35-year career in 98.
Cher.
It is. That math seems off.
She is 500 years old.
And wrestling.
It just seems weird. 35-year career from 98.
I get it.
Share. Believe.
The
You-
first like vocoder hit.
Yeah. Years before T-Pain perfected.
Mhm.
What animated kids TV show featured the line, "Hello, oh, nurse"? I'm probably saying it wrong because I don't know the show.
I have no idea.
I bet you Xtreme knows this one. Ding. Give me a ding.
Animaniacs.
Yeah, I didn't hear a ding.
Oh,
Ding.
I'll allow it.
Yeah.
That's got to be later 90s, right?
Yeah.
I-
Yeah.
I feel like I'm too old for that one.
I remember watching it and enjoying it, but I didn't watch it religiously.
Like porn. Not religiously. What famous NHL player retired from the New York Rangers in 99?
Wayne
You're on.
Gretzky.
Correct. Here's your other one.
It's one.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
All hockey questions are complete.
Mario Lemieux or Wayne Gretzky.
Well, this is a fun one, and good for you, Biran, because you're an early tech adopter back then. How many users, and I'm going to give you the multiple choice on this. How many users of the World Wide Web were there in 1995? 4.5 million, 45 million, or 450 million?
I'm going to say 45 million.
That is correct. I actually would have thought 4.5. That would be even less.
I was a user then, so it wasn't.
I was going to
that-
say I was a user then.
In 95?
Yeah.
I was at college.
Yeah.
I
I was
got
in
it in
grad school.
96.
I used
was-
Mosaic to access the World Wide Web.
Do you have
Fun
Netscape
fact.
too?
The people that invented Mosaic were living when they wrote the code, were living in the exact same dorm room that I was in my freshman year at U of I.
Oh, you just missed it then.
I
Wow.
did
Man.
by 10 years, but yeah.
Was that in Allen Hall?
No, that was in Pennsylvania Avenue residence. I
So
read this
you're-
article by him. They described the room, and I'm like, "Fuck, that's my room. It's in the corner, right across from the RA's room,
Oh, that's not a
You're-
good place.
1st
You're
floor of
entitled
Car
to-
Hall."
You're entitled to like 1% of nothing.
Exactly.
Biran, you got 4 on that one. Xtreme took 1. Currently, Biran's at 9, Mike 7, Xtreme 6. Xtreme's category: movies. What profession was Julia Roberts' character in Pretty Woman?
The oldest profession in the world. A prostitute.
Blood Bowl coach. Blood Bowl coach. What's the answer?
A prostitute, a streetwalker, a lady
We
of the
would have
night.
A
also
high-end
accept,
escort.
we would have
No.
accepted Hua as well. As
Not
said
Slut,
by
though,
Danny
'cause she got paid.
DeVito. What hip hop group recorded the 1992 hit? It's kind of obscure. Jump Around.
I always get this mixed up.
What? Extreme. 3.
House of Pain.
It is House of Pain.
I
Are you gonna
always
say
White
get it
guys.
mixed with-
What?
No, I get it mixed up with Everlast. So
He was in
always
House of
like-
Pain, though.
Yes.
House of Pain?
It's
You
a
know
white
that?
guy rap group.
I've never heard of the song or
Wow,
the group, so
Mike, never heard the
Jump up,
song?
jump up, you get down.
Jump around, jump up, and get down.
They're Boston, right?
Every sporting event plays the song.
Mike's more of a down with OPP kind of man.
I'll
I'm
string
gonna
it
be-
later.
I'm gonna be bad on
Mike.
the hip hop stuff.
What's this called? Up. What's it called?
What's it
Just look up
called?
House of Pain. It'll be their number
Jump
one hit.
around, Mike.
Just look up House of Pain. It'll be the one that comes up first.
I
What was
never
that
eats it-
group that you and Ryan were talking about? The guy just died, and I'm like, I have no idea who that is. And then I listened to the song, and I'm like, I have no idea. And Ryan's like, how could you not know this song? And I'm like,
I don't have to think back to what that was. Mike, listen to this. I never eats a pig because a pig is a cop, or better yet, a Terminator like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Trying to play me out like my last name was Sega.
no.
Jump
Those
around.
rhymes don't really work 100%.
Tell that to them in their fucking mansions. Extreme, back to you.
I bet not all of
So,
them have mansions anymore.
Everlast does.
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Everlast to you.
Does DJ Lethal? That's the question. What show, and I'm the only one here who likes the show, is the show about nothing?
Seinfeld.
And it was referenced earlier today. 3 for 3, Extreme. Sports. More hockey. Interesting. I don't know the
Like
icon.
Canadian, that's where Trivial Pursuit was originally published.
I wonder, this is like, there's not even a fucking brand on this. So I don't know what it is. Where did the Hartford Whalers relocate in 97?
Colorado.
Close.
The Avalanche.
It's a state. It's not anywhere near Colorado.
Oh, I
Anyone
know.
else?
Ding.
Yep.
Arizona.
No.
Damn it.
Ding, Tennessee.
Way close. North Carolina. Nobody gets it. Carolina Hurricanes.
That's a team.
Yes.
These hockey teams that pop up, I'm like, I've never heard of these
There's
things.
There
not
has
more
to be.
south in the south than there are in the north.
I would think
I'm like
there's
the
not-
sexual
you have to do-
predators from Tennessee, or
Yeah.
So
The
what's
Tennessee
Colorado?
sexual predators.
Rockies.
Was
Winnipeg
Colorado
Jets.
Winnipeg?
The Winnipeg Jets became the Rockies, I think.
I'm reading this one
Avalanche.
verbatim. If anyone uses to cancel me one day, this is not my fault. I'm reading this as written on the card. And they used what disease, they put it in quotes. So we know that what that means. What disease, it's not, really disease, did the World Health Organization take off its list in 1990?
oh, I know what this is.
Take off its list.
It's no longer on the disease list.
Mm, I have no idea.
Three.
Ding.
It sounded like Biran by a hair.
Homosexuality.
Say it again.
Homosexuality.
And if you could actually mirror the question for me for audio clip purposes.
What is homosexuality?
Correct. Oh, hold on. Is it?
I didn't know it was the CDC. Like I knew it was in the PD, the whatchamacallit, the DSM,
Yeah.
but I didn't know the CDC had it.
But also 1990. That seems way late to remove that.
We've made a lot of progress.
You haven't, but Who's
All of
we? Not you. So Xtreme. So Biran got 1. And Xtreme got 3. Currently, after 2 full rounds, Biran has 10, Xtreme has 9, Mike has 7. Back to Mike.
How many more hockey questions, or can we take a bet on that?
The next 3, 4 cards have no hockey. Movies, Mike. What TV show? Oh, never mind. It is a movie question. In the movie Thelma and Louise, what TV show do they say we don't want to be on? And now it's multiple choice. I'm going to give it because I think it's
a very specific question.
Oprah, Letterman, or Geraldo?
I'm gonna say Geraldo.
That is correct. It's
Okay.
an easy
That's the
guess
bad
too,
one.
because if you think about it, Letterman and Oprah weren't known for having like whack jobs then.
Yeah,
Right, that's the bad one. That's the freak show.
yeah.
I hate when multiple choice, like no multiple choice would have been impossible, but multiple
But one
choice here.
is different than the other 2 by far.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You got to make it. Should have been Geraldo, Donahue, or like
Yeah.
Springer.
Springer, right?
And then throw Oprah in there because it's a women empowerment movie.
Oh,
but,
there you go.
yeah.
There we
Just in case, you know.
You know what? When we do the rewrite of this game, Mike, I'll take your notes into
Well,
consideration.
yeah, you know. You got to have like some of the questions that have something so obscure that they're like, maybe it's this just because
It's
this
true.
is not like the others. So, yeah.
That's very true. I used to play a game with listeners at events. I would do rock star real names. And so I would do Gene Simmons was one of them. And I would say like, Gene Jackson. And then when it was Chaim Witz, like that's the one.
Yes.
And I said, here's a tip.
I would say
always pick,
a Jewish name.
right, pick the most Jewish names of all of them. And that's probably right. I do remember when I did Meatloaf's real name, I would say Martin Loaf or something like that. Like, or Mike Loaf Aro. People always pick that. I was like, I just put the word loaf in there. It's not really. All right, Mike. Music. What Canadian musician, sorry, Biran, had the hit song "Everything I Do It for You"?
Bryan Adams.
Yep. And as a longtime River listener, of course you would know that one.
Funny story. I got accosted this morning by a
Bryan
student
Adams?
of mine who was high off his ass at 6:30 in the morning. And he was telling me about how every morning he does 2 shots of vodka, smokes some weed, and listens to his favorite song, Summer of '69. And I'm like, dude, you're 19 years old and your favorite song is Bryan Adams.
Fun fact.
I actually said, I did not see that coming.
Kill yourself now.
That's crazy. Another fun fact, next time you talk to him, Summer of '69 is actually a sexual song.
Oh, yeah.
The idea is supposed to be all these things reminiscing, but he's actually talking about the position known as a 69. Not a 79.
I don't buy that because after he says summer of '69, he should go nice.
Nice. It was originally about a 71, with 69 plus 2 in the butt.
Yeah,
That was the math works out. He said, let's just
I think you're on the bottom. It's like this, right?
let's keep the 69. Let's not worry about the extra 2. I don't want to do math. Mike, who played the title role in Doogie Howser, Medical Doctor?
Neil Patrick Harris.
That is correct. It's cleaning up. Sports. Barry Bonds played for what baseball team for most of the 90s?
Giants.
That is
Ding.
correct.
New York Giants.
Giants is fine. The San Francisco Giants.
Oh, really?
For most
Okay.
of the
Oh,
90s?
New York's football.
When did he get traded? Or when did he go to San
From the
Francisco?
Pirates?
Yeah.
I have to imagine that if he did 6 years in San Francisco, that's going to count as most, because I think it's 4 at the most. Pittsburgh. You want to do Xtreme? You want to be want to challenge?
I don't want to challenge a trivia game from a grocery store, but it seems like he played for Pittsburgh for a long time.
It's from the toy aisle at Hy-Vee. There are fucking standards.
Okay. I'm sure they're right.
I'm going to give it to Mike. We can look. It's in the comments. Put below if you did Wikipedia Barry Bonds and you see that there's an inaccuracy and he did indeed play for the Pirates through 95. Let us know.
Barry Bonds himself can also comment if he knows.
Sure, he's watching. One of my favorite players of all time. I don't even know what team he was on for most of the 90s. Weird. Mike, what must-have furry robotic toy sold over 40 million copies in the late 90s?
Furby.
That's right. I wouldn't have known that at all. I don't even know what
Really?
the fuck that is. Furby.
They kind of made a comeback recently too.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking, I know it was too late, but I was thinking Cabbage Patch, but that's 80s, obviously.
Or Teddy Ruxpin, but
Oh, yeah,
That
Teddy
was
Ruxpin.
80s as well, yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Mike got 5 out of 5.
Nice.
Yeah, good job.
Catching up, man.
First cleanup of a category, I believe. Over to Biran. Ethan Hunt, not Mike Hunt, but Ethan Hunt, is played by what actor in the 96 movie Mission Impossible?
Tom Cruise.
That is correct. Music. This is a hard one. No one's getting this. By what name was Norman Cook better known as in the 90s?
Meatloaf.
No one's getting this answer. Any buzzes? Want to throw a funny answer to entertain our listeners and viewers?
Marilyn Manson.
You didn't buzz in. Mike,
Buzz.
buzz. Mike,
Marilyn Manson.
Ding.
incorrect. Extreme,
Celine Dion.
incorrect. Very funny, both of you. Fat Boy Slim. That should have been multiple choice. Do you know who that is? Praise you.
The one that did the song that, what's his name? Christopher Walken
Dansky.
did the
Yep. I believe
I
that's
remember him
weapon-
in an episode of
weapon of
Crips.
choice. Oh,
Anthony
the actual guy?
Crips. They were at his house and he kept his Grammy awards in the laundry room.
I don't know that one, but I do know the video for Praise You. They do in like an airport, and there's a guy dancing, and he has a duffel bag, and it's just a weirdo. That's Spike Jonze, the director, is the one dancing in the video.
Very good videos from
Yeah.
Spike Jones in general.
I'm a big
You're
fan
on.
of Spike.
What spooky anthology for kids recounts ghost stories told by the younger members of the Midnight Society?
Goosebumps.
Nope. Extreme has to know this. Seems like right up his alley. I need a ding, fellas. I need a ding. Or a
Ding.
dong. Or a dong. Mike?
Dong.
Ding?
Gargoyles.
No. Extreme, do you have a dong or a dung? Or do you have a dang?
Ding. Brian guessed Goosebumps, right?
Yes.
Yep.
That was
You know this. I know you know this.
Fear Street.
No. Are you afraid of the dark?
Oh,
Never heard of
You-
it.
Extreme, you know that one, right?
yeah.
Because that was
They
later
made
90s,
TV
which is
show
why
about it, too.
I know it's a
Goosebumps
no
is
from
the only
Mike.
one I knew that was like that.
So whenever there's something that is like either early 90s, like super early, I know Michael will probably get it. If it's like 99, he won't get it. And Brian will get it. Extreme will get it.
Goosebumps just seemed like such the obvious answer that I thought that's what it was.
Yeah. Biran, in 1995, what NFL team became the first to win their 5th Super Bowl?
In 1995,
Yep, this is pre-Tom Brady, everybody. There were superstar teams before the Patriots.
the Dallas Cowboys.
Close, but incorrect.
Ding.
Extreme,
Ding. The 49ers.
you got it. I believe Steve Young, obviously, beating the Chargers that year. Biran, Madonna popularized what modern house dance in her 1990 single?
Vogue. Voguing.
Correct. I was gonna fucking burn your ass for that one. I was gonna say, nope, it ain't fucking Vogue. It's Voguing.
Yep.
Because these guys wouldn't have said Voguing. They'd have been like, express yourself. And
Well, I knew the answer, but I would have said Vogue too.
right, that's what I'm saying. We all would have said Vogue. We would never said Voguing.
Yeah.
Because we weren't familiar with the house scene then. Now, sure.
Now
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
we're 15.
All right.
Yeah.
So Biran got 2.
Oh, that was
Extreme.
bad.
Extreme 1. So on to Extreme's or chance, whatever his turn. He's only down by 2. 12-12-10 the scores right now. Extreme, what's the name of Dr. Evil's cat in the movie Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery? There is multiple choice. I'm not going to read them because I think it's doable without. 3, 2.
Mr. Bigglesworth.
Oh my God. You kicked out at 2.9 right there.
It was
Mr.
in there
Bigglesworth.
somewhere. I just had to dig it out.
For fun, I will read the multiple choice. Is it Mr. Bigglesworth, Mr. Brightwell, or Mrs. Foxworth? All right, Xtreme, what Aerosmith song? They fucking spelled it Aerosmith. This is how you know you get a game from fucking IV. What Aerosmith song was written for the movie Armageddon?
Oh, shit.
By the way, Aerosmith did not write it. Diane Warren wrote it, and I started to hate them as a band when this song came out. Started to hate.
Never.
3, 2, 1. Ding or
That's the
dong?
one.
Ding or dong? Dong?
Ding.
You're on.
I don't want to die for you. Cry for you.
So fucking close.
No.
Mike, you started off real strong, Biran. Like the first 2 words were real strong. Mike, give me a dung.
No.
You don't lose any points. Give me a guess. I don't.
No.
Correct. Green slime on your head. I don't want to miss a thing.
And I don't want to miss a thing.
That's
Man,
right.
Armageddon was such a bad movie.
Oh,
It
it's
was so
terrible.
bad. Deep Impact was the better asteroid movie.
Sure.
Deep
But-
Impact wasn't bad.
Biran, though, you did fap to Armageddon, I believe you told me once, correct?
Yeah, because I loved her in Empire Records.
Ben Affleck?
Yeah.
This is Extreme category, right? Who played? Who the fuck knows this? I don't know. This is a question for our parents, I believe. We'll see.
Diane Lane.
Who played Dr. Sloan's assistant, Dr. Jack Stewart, on Diagnosis Murder? There's no way any of us watched that show.
I didn't.
That's the
Mike
Dick Van
would have
Dyke
been the-
show, right?
Is that him? He was
Yeah,
Diagnosis.
I think Dick Van Dyke was in Diagnosis.
Yeah, Mike would be closest to the age that would be watching this. We would be like, why the fuck are you watching Diagnosis?
I think
Murder?
people that watch this are all legally dead now.
I'm gonna throw hints out there for the first ding dong or dong. Throw a hint for fun. He was in Happy Days.
Henry Winkler? Ding.
No, it was a post ding, and nope.
Ding.
There's no points. We missed that, but
Ding.
for fun.
Scott Baio.
It is Scott Baio.
Oh, really?
I would have said Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah, I got a point out of a bullshit one.
What European city hosted the 92 Summer Olympics? Extreme. 92 Summer Olympics.
Oh,
Biran, hold your damn horses.
92. So that was before Atlanta.
Yeah.
European.
3, 2,
That was Greece.
1. No,
Ding. Barcelona.
correct, Biran. Ding Barcelona.
The only reason I know that because I was a big fan of the World League and the Barcelona Dragons.
I know it because
What
that's
are
the
these
dream-
words you're saying?
I know because that was the Dream Team's year. Everybody knew Barcelona, Dream Team. They destroyed fucking everyone.
And now they could barely win.
They could beat us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Biran, are you in better or worse shape than Magic Johnson right now?
Oh, worse.
Worse shape. Because
Yeah,
I
you
bet
have
you he has
more-
no detectable AIDS and you could safely have.
No, you actually have more AIDS than him right now.
Right.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That grease trap has killed us all. So
You got it from the Hot Toys, I swear. This is Extreme still, right?
Yep.
sure.
Okay, you're shitting the bed, as they say in this category. For this,
Yeah. It's a
you're
rough
gonna know this one. This is gonna be a redeeming one for you. This is like a new Mr. Bigglesworth for you. What game came bundled with the original Game Boy?
Tetris.
Correct. So Extreme got 2, and no one got. Biran got Barcelona, correct?
Yeah.
Barcelona and Scott Baio, if you want to give me that.
Yeah, I'm not giving you that one. It was only the first initial. Mike blew it for everyone with Henry Winkler. So Xtreme got 12. Is that 12? You're on 13. Mike at 12.
Wow. It's closer than I thought it'd be.
You've got time to fuck it up though. don't you?
Oh, plenty.
And Mike, you're gonna do it. You're gonna fuck this one up. And I don't mean like the kids say, "Yeah, I'm gonna fuck it up." No one says that. You're gonna.
Like the old men say, "I'm gonna fuck this up."
In the movie Interview with the Vampire, and by the way, that's a Mandela effect because they say Interview with the Vampire, but everyone says Interview with a Vampire, like Sex in the City. No, it's Sex and the City. Anyway. In Interview with the Vampire, what gift does Lestat give Claudia every year?
Perfume.
Or Lestat, if you're from Chicago.
Perfume. I don't know.
It is not. Anyone?
A doll.
Is that a? Yeah, it is a doll, Biran. I didn't think you would know this. I'd look at you way differently now, and I don't like it. Like,
He's
I like
goblin
foppish
heart.
vampires. What can I say?
you're like less of a man to me right now, but you were already like way up. So you got like 3 more of these equivalents. Whoa, let's restart another time, Microsoft. Jeez, that came out of nowhere. All right, Mike, who had a hit song with "Give Me One Reason"? I think you should know this because I bet you listened to her when this came out back in the day. Well, at least maybe a girl you were dating may have listened. You were forced to listen.
I was married then, so no.
You were married throughout the 90s?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Got married in 91.
Wow. Anyone else? 3, 2, 1.
Ding.
You're on.
Fleetwood Mac.
No. Xtreme.
Macy Gray.
No.
Oh,
But Tracy Chapman.
I was gonna say,
Oh!
when you said no, I was gonna say Tracy Chapman
Yeah.
because I'm
That's-
racist.
I was just shocked that you said that. I think this has been a little before her time, but close. Mike, name one of the jobs that Dharma had in the I'm adding this part, critically acclaimed television program, Dharma and Greg.
No idea. I'm gonna say chef.
No.
Ding.
Well, Biran?
Waitress.
No. They only list 2 here. So it seems weird to have one of them with only 2. Xtreme? Ding, dung, or dong, or dang?
Ding. Barista.
Very close. Dog trainer, yoga instructor.
All very white lady jobs.
Yeah,
Yeah, very basic bitch jobs, if you will.
that's what
Mike.
Scientology teaches you.
Mike, you may know this as a baseball fan. Stream will definitely know it. So let's hope it doesn't get to him. And Biran will not. What Seattle Mariners outfielder was nicknamed the Kid?
Ken Griffey Jr.
That is correct. Biran, did you know that?
I would have guessed him.
Oh,
If it was
that's a
90s,
total
I wouldn't
guess,
have
but
said Ichiro. Ichiro and Ken Griffey are the only 2 I know.
And
A-Rod?
what 1989 Upper Deck card has eluded my collection for many years, still has the Ken Griffey Jr. card. I got the 1991, not 89. Xtreme, do you have a footnote on that? It looked like you did.
I did. Yes. I don't know if I've ever told this story, but for Christmas in 1990, I got the complete boxed set and I left it sealed until about 2002 when I looked it up and it was worth like 1/4 of what the retail price on it was. So I said, fuck it. And I ripped it open, looked at all the parts.
I would be willing to wager in the latest Beckett that the card might be worth more than the set, even though the card's in the set. The
Because
card's
the labor
probably
it
worth,
takes to open it.
right. The card's probably worth 30 and the set's probably worth 25.
Didn't you tell that story in the Rivet Wars?
It is in his Zlurpcast. I remember it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think it
You
was,
got-
oh,
Or
I think
maybe it was
a
in the
Christmas
post
like-
or pre-chat.
Man,
No, it was
Mike,
a-
you were ripping on your memory earlier because you're throwing fucking uncanny X-Men references out there. However, how do you remember that from a
was-
Zlurpcast episode?
It was in a Christmas gift episode.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
We should do that again. Another gift one.
Well,
Oh, we
the
should do a
Uncanny
Zlurpcast.
X-Men was a memory from 81. So that shit's here.
That's
but
true. That's got its place locked in.
2021 is nowhere in
Well,
here.
you know what it is. So like the old, you have the vaults, you have like these drawers in your brain. Like
Yeah.
that's in that, like the top drawer, and it's like kind of stuck. You know what I mean? Like you push the button and it won't open unless the other ones are all closed. That one's stuck. It ain't coming out ever. There's a piece of paper wedged back there that made it stuck. Anyway, side note, we should do a Zlurpcast Christmas episode where we send each other gifts and open them as a show.
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
Secret
Great
Santa.
idea. I'm full of
Yeah.
them. Full of them. Mike, what video game console was introduced by Sony in 94? I actually thought this was later than 94.
94. Ooh,
Neo Geo.
this is-
Ding.
No, I'm gonna
Ding.
reread it for Mike's benefit. What video game console was introduced by Sony in 1994? Okay.
Genesis.
Ding.
Biran,
PlayStation.
correct.
Oh, it is
Sony.
PlayStation? Really?
Sony was the key word.
Yeah, but I thought that would be too recent. So anyways.
It did come out in Japan in 94. I got mine in 96.
Was that the PC Engine?
No.
Biran?
No, PC Engine was made by the TurboGrafx.
Oh, TurboGrafx. Right.
Yeah.
And Mega Drive was,
PC Engine was the Japanese TurboGrafx 16.
yeah, Mega Drive was Genesis,
Yes.
and Famicom, Super Famicom.
Was Famicom was Nintendo, Super Famicom, Super Nintendo.
That's right.
For the record,
see-
the last console I bought was Super NES.
Wow. You have a Switch though, don't you, Mike?
No,
Katie does.
Oh,
Katie
okay.
does.
Oh well, come on. We're gonna play that game.
I have 4.
Have I played her Switch? Never.
Really?
No.
Oh. We got to get a game going with the four of us anyway at some point. I had a funny anecdote. Maybe it'll come up later. Oh, Biran, I could see you wearing a shirt that has a Famicom on it and it says Famicom. Am I right on that?
No, because I was a Sega kid.
Oh, fine. But I could see you wearing a shirt with the
That says
Japanese
Famicom
console on it.
to show that I'm down with the Japanese version.
Right.
You know,
Just for like a nod of approval from somebody who you don't even want as a friend anymore.
and I don't want a conversation with.
So this was Mike's category, and he got Ken Griffey Jr.
One. Yeah.
Biran got Doll from Interview with the Vampire
The Vampire.
and PlayStation. So Biran got 15. Mike is up to 13. Xtreme is still at 12. All right, Biran's turn. In what 1994 French film? It's French, Biran.
I know.
You already know. You know the answer already?
Amelie.
No, I'll give you the full one. I actually thought you could get it with just that, honestly. What 94 French film does Natalie Portman
The
play?
Professional.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Actually, what's the name of the movie?
El-
I'm gonna bust your balls on this one.
oh,
What's the name of
Leon.
12-year-old?
Leon.
It's Leon, the professional. 12-year-old Natalie Portman finds refuge with the hitman. It is Leon, the professional. Biran gets the point. So check with the judges. What 1999 album, Biran, by The Offspring purports? What does that word mean, Mike? Purports.
They pretend they believe to be
Yeah.
purport that they are in fact.
Oh, but it's not really.
Yeah.
To celebrate America. Only a real Offspring fan would know this because it's not Smash. It's not
American
Ixnay on the.
Outcast.
Say what?
American Outcast.
Nope.
I'm
Anyone?
making it up.
Extreme? Maybe. That would be Americano.
See, the only way I know Outcast is because they were a track on Crazy Taxi, the game.
Fun fact: saw Offspring on this tour. Singer Dexter Holland jumped in the crowd when you're still allowed to do that. He said, "Surf me to the bar. I need a beer." It was the Metro. Brought him over.
At least it wasn't that far to go then.
Right. Right. It was like 400 people. Brought him back right on stage. The good old days. This is a bit of a reference to both an earlier question and one of our side chats we had about Coach. Who played the assistant coach on the TV show Coach? We're still on Biran, right? Biran.
Oh shit! The actor, god damn it!
No, we had a reference of sorts to him earlier in this show. 3, 2, 1.
Ding.
Mike.
Jerry Van Dyke.
That is correct. We would have also accepted Jerry Von Lesbian.
Oh, what was the MOON guy from?
Yeah, from the TV version of The Stand, Dauber.
Yeah,
That's
was he
Dauber.
not?
Dauber, I
Was
don't
he
know
not
the
an
actor, though.
assistant coach?
No, he was a
Um,
grad student.
He was a grad student, but he
Oh.
became the special teams coach
Yeah.
Hold on.
in the lore.
I might have it in one of my drawers. Dauber's real name. Give me a second.
No way.
I'm serious. I might have. By the end of the episode, I'm going to have, without looking up, Dauber's real name. Peter, like, Far Baker. Give me a Google, somebody. Dauber's real name. I'm going to go Peter Farbaker. If I don't have it, I'm real close.
It's Bill Fagerbakke.
Oh, that's close enough. Wait, how do you say that name?
Bill Fagerbakke. Fagerbakke. Fagerbake.
Peter Farbaker is pretty much the same. I'm taking it.
I would have given you the points on that.
Thank you. There's no points, but I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Biran. Oh, back to hockey. And you're going to get multiple choice on this one. 92-93 season. What rookie scored 76 goals, an NHL record? Alexander Mogilny, or Milhilny, if you will, Eric Lindros, or Timu Solani. I'm probably saying them wrong. I'm not a hockey guy.
Timu Solani.
Correct. I would have said
For the
Eric
Ducks,
Lindros.
I think, yes. Does it say?
I don't know. No, didn't say.
I'm going to say the Ducks.
Last question, Biran, in the potpourri category. This is a tough one. Let me get through the whole question.
Okay.
I don't want anyone else buzzing in. I don't want Mike and Xtreme to steal the points. Biran, I'm going to give you the full time on this one. It's a thinker. Okay. In 1994, what former football star led Los Angeles police on a televised chase through the city? And by the way, we're going to need full name.
Orenthal James Simpson.
That's correct. We wouldn't have
Yes.
needed full name, but I thought it would be funny to hear Orenthal on there.
The only reason
So-
I don't know that because I used to watch that show First and 10, and he was Thaddeus David.
Right. So Biran got professional, Timu and OJ. Mike got Jerry Van Dyke.
I'm falling behind.
Extreme, you're doing
Yep,
terrible.
this is your
but it's-
chance.
It's your
You get
category. If
points
you
for
get all these right, Extreme, you bump up to second place and down by one from first place. This is all you. Movies. After a 20-year hiatus, what war film did Terrence Malick direct in 98? I bet you Mike knows it, but Biran thinks he knows it.
98.
3, 2, 1. The Thin Red Line.
Shit.
Music, Extreme. What Billboard, or sorry, who did Billboard magazine name as Artist of the Decade for the 90s? Multiple choice on this one. Janet Jackson, Katie Lang, or Mariah Carey? Artist of the Decade for the 90s.
Mariah Carey.
That's
Ding.
correct. No, it's Mariah Carey. He doesn't need a ding. It's his category.
You're
I
I was just digging
weren't
in
you?
just to guess one of the other ones.
Katie Lang. There's no way it's Katie Lang.
No,
He
I
was
know
the
that.
best.
That's why it makes it funny.
Janet
The best
Jackson
of
was.
Billboard's lesbian chart.
And
They
that
get
would still
their
be
own
Indigo Girls, so you know.
Yeah, Sarah McLachlan as well. Extreme, who played Joey Potter on Dawson's Creek?
Joey.
Joey's a girl.
Yes.
Married to Tom Cruise for a short time.
There's no, we give hints for. Is it going to be one of those shows, Biran?
Yes. Yes, it
He's
is.
already got the GoFundMe. He doesn't need your fucking help. Like, what do you want? 18 grand or Biran's fucking clues, you know?
I can't think of her
Ding.
name.
Biran,
Katie Holmes.
correct.
Yeah.
We would have also accepted Scientology, who is married to Tom Cruise as well. The entity of it. Extreme, what Canadian, pardon that, Canadian basketball player Was drafted by the Phoenix Suns in 96. He's white.
Dan Marley?
No, very fucking close.
I don't know.
Because he's white on the Suns. Steve Nash.
Oh, that was that long ago?
Yeah.
Didn't he? Is he doing
He's
the Nets now?
He's the coach of the Nets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every
He had
video
a long
game.
career though.
Yeah. Every video game, if you take Steve Nash, he's fucking insane. Because like threes automatically. Xtreme, what's the name of the satellite-based radio navigation system introduced to the public in 96?
Satellite-based radio.
And I'll give you, you can give the easy version of the answer. It's a satellite-based radio navigation system introduced to the public in 96. And if Biran tries to steal, I want the full word. 3, 2, 1.
Ding.
Yep.
Global positioning satellite.
Incorrect.
Global positioning system. Duh.
You are correct now, but it's too late.
Yep.
Too little, too late, dare I say.
I guess
That was a rough
Give me one of
category.
those, JP. I get it now.
Oh, that's actually a company name?
No, global positioning system.
I misunderstood the question completely then.
I was going to say Navstar, but yeah.
What's the name? The
Star's
name
the
of the
GM
satellite
thing.
based. The name of the system, not the name of the company who made the system.
Okay. I was going to say.
The company that made the system was the federal government.
Yeah.
Follow the money, Biran.
Mhm.
Xtreme got Mariah Carey. Biran got Katie Holmes. That was it.
I remember back then how they would purposely lie to you because the fear was that the
It would
Russians
be like
were
40
gonna
to
use-
80 yards off
Yeah.
because they didn't
I
want
don't
the
remember
enemy
that at
using
all.
it.
Wow.
Oh yeah. That was a whole thing because we used to use it for like like getting positions for ecology and for geology, but we found a way to, you could basically take like 5 measurements and take the average, and that would.
Now,
Because that was right during
it-
the Gulf War, right after the Gulf War, where they kind of declassified the accuracy of it.
Yeah.
Mike, was it for that, or was it because they knew you would also use it to go to a young boy's house to play a game with him and have a run-in with his mother? It was for national security and sex offender. For saying. The papers are out there. The internet doesn't lie.
The kid's
That was
probably
a-
33 now, so
Why have you reached out to him?
no, but I just did the math in my head.
Paternity
so.
test.
They're like, hey, do you still hate me for this?
He's probably got
No.
a 13-year-old child right now, so.
And you're already asking about him. Wow.
How's he looking?
What games does he play?
Yeah.
Would he be open to 4? This is back to Mike. Let's go 2 more rounds, like 2 more circles. Mike, movies. Jim Carrey's first major dramatic role was in what 98 movie? Three, 2, 1.
Ding.
Ding.
I heard Biran first. I'm sorry.
I heard Baron
Xtreme.
first too.
The Truman Show.
Truman
Yes.
Show.
Xtreme
I
was
knew we go
making
with the T.
Xtreme was making googly eyes at me the whole time, and I'm like, I want to call on you, but I got fucking rules, and if there's a fucking lag, that ain't me. Biran steals the points.
I'm
True.
hosting
Yeah.
the video, so I have the best lag.
You got the best vag and the lag. Mike, who released the album Wide Open Spaces in 98? And it's not multiple choice. However, it was referenced earlier. 3, 2, 1.
The Offspring.
Ding.
Biran,
Dixie Chicks.
you got it. Now known as what for no points?
The Chicks.
Chicks.
Correct.
Their SEO just went to shit.
Right, the shits. I would have gone by at least the Dixies. Right?
That was the problem, though.
Yeah.
No, but the Dixies. What's
Still a
wrong with
problem.
that?
Because it's
You
the
can't say
Dixie is
Dixies?
a reference to, I don't know, the South or something.
What about the Dickies?
They could have gone with the Dickies.
Yeah.
Or the
That's
We
the-
Don't Have Dickies.
Wait, Dickies are the thing like you don't wear a
It's the
full shirt.
turtleneck
Right?
mock turtle.
Yeah.
That
Has
that's
anyone
just
ever-
supposed to hear.
anyone here ever worn one of those only?
Yes, when I was a small child.
Oh, I was thinking that like a sexual.
No.
Made
That
famous
was
by
like a
Cousin Eddie.
go-to joke in 70s sitcoms. Was the
Or Cousin
Dickie.
Eddie in Winter Vacation.
Well, that Mike, that was the go-to joke after they already said this guy's bald. Let's laugh at him.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, this guy's bald. Laugh at him. Fucking assholes. Mike, 1-800-CRIME-TV was the tip line for what TV show?
Catch a Predator.
No, that was a little after this. Extreme. Wait, is there a ding? I heard a hand going. I need a ding,
America's
Extreme.
Most Wanted. Ding. I said ding. You didn't hear my ding.
No, I heard the answer though. You got it. America's Most Wanted. Mike, what team did the New York Giants defeat by 1 point in the 91 Super Bowl?
The Bills.
It is the Bills. They
They
went
lost
on to
3 of
lose
them in that time.
That's the only reason I know is they lost 3 of them.
3 or 4.
Oh, 4, you're right.
I think it's
Tied
4.
the Vikings or beat the Vikings because Vikings had 3 Super Bowl losses.
I believe there's probably like a list of like things that happen, not like conspiracy type things, where like somebody took so and so out. Now, the first one was just the wide right field goal, but the others all had like a thing, like so and so took this person out. They got drunk. They lost their helmet. They couldn't play. Like there's a bunch of like we lost because.
Also, in
stories.
Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, the main plot line was a laces out field goal kick of the Miami Dolphins.
Oh yeah.
Ray Finkel.
And he lost one of the diamonds from his AFC championship ring in the Dolphins blow or something.
Oh, you know more about fake sports lore than real sports lore, Biran. You're like in the movie Necessary Roughness. Kathy
Ireland was
Ireland.
great.
Scott Bakula was a backup quarterback.
Great.
Potpourri, Mike. 97. Approximately half of all U.S. households with internet had it through what company?
America Online.
Yep. They just wrote AOL. I would have also accepted AOL. I had a program called AOL, Biran. It was like a hacker thing. Does that ring a bell with you?
I didn't, but I knew of one called Back Orifice
Oh,
instead
okay.
of Back Office.
Mine was you launched it and it said AOL. And you got like games for free and shit. And ASCII porn. So Mike got 2. Biran got 2. Extreme got 1. Biran's at 21. Mike's at 16. Extreme 14. You guys got to catch up with the Biran, who wrestling legendary performer Danhausen has also referenced Biran as well. He calls Brian Myers Biran. It's like, there's man. This is your category too, right, Biran?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should find a hard one.
Give me one of those.
There's a few fucking, like a few lobs in here. If you
I was
will.
gonna say.
You'll get them. I'll give them to you. This one's multiple choice, but I ain't going to give you the multiple choice. Oh no, sorry, it's not. It's just 3 things. What science fiction film featured the characters Morpheus, Trinity, and I believe it's Neo?
Nio, that would be the Matrix.
It is the Matrix. They led with Neo as well. I was going to just leave it off. What country singer in the music category bounced back with her 1998 album, I'm All Right?
Shania Twain.
Nope. I need that sound effect. Mike?
That was
sound
Shania
effect?
Twain, so
Oh, did you ding on Shania Twain?
I was good. But he said it, and you said no. So
Did you dong on Shania Twain? It's not Shania Twain. Anyone else? I don't know who this is. Mike probably knows. Joe D. Messina?
sure.
Nope.
Okay. This was a comeback album for her, by the way.
Yeah. From obscurity to obscurity.
Biran, what TV series was the most successful spin-off of Cheers? There was more than one?
Yeah, I don't know. Frasier?
There was. What's the other ones?
I have no idea. Was there
Like
one
what-
with Rhea Perlman, maybe?
Was there one about Carla's family?
I think so. I think,
Ooh, I think
yeah, because
there
they're
was.
Oh, yeah.
married to the hockey player, right? The goalie
Yeah.
or the
That
broom.
guy was like a character actor in every 80s TV show.
Random
And it's like-
Italian guy.
Yeah, you know what? Let's just make that her husband.
Yeah.
Whatever her last name was, the show was probably called the Carlas.
Yep.
Biran, sports. What NFL team reemerged in the 90s after a 14-year drought to win 3 Super Bowls?
In the 90s, won 3 Super Bowls. That would be the Dallas Cowboys.
Correct. For
2
bonus
questions,
points.
same answer.
Yeah, bonus points. Give me quarterback, running back, wide receiver.
Troy Aikman,
Mhm.
Emmitt Smith,
Mhm.
and oh shit, Michael Irvin.
Michael Irvin. Because you're white, I would have accepted tight end Jay Novacek. White guys can always answer with the tight end. It's a loophole in the football trivia. Biran, last one, poopery. It's a tough one, so just give it some time. Just let it marinate a little bit.
Mhm.
What United States president claimed, in quotes, "I did not have sexual relations with that woman"?
Bill Clinton.
What's his full name for no bonus points?
William Jefferson Clinton.
I don't know. No, is he a junior? I don't know. It is Bill Clinton. Good job, Biran. You got 4. Killing it.
That one was easy.
Yeah.
Those were easy though.
Extreme, you got to take this one and then take the next one and the next one. Extreme's turn. Who played Bill Murray's love interest in the movie Groundhog Day?
I don't know. I'm horrible with actor names.
I believe
I don't know.
actress names in this case. Extreme.
But well done you for not assuming that.
I mean, haven't we gotten rid of all the male, female titles for roles?
Yeah, this happened in the 90s though. Mike.
Oh,
Ding. Andy McDowell.
Ding.
Yes.
It is Andy McDowell. We would have also accepted Mets pitcher Roger McDowell.
That'd have been a more interesting movie.
The only other McDowell I know. And
My tattoo
Malcolm.
parlor could be seen in Groundhog Day because it's in Woodstock.
It is in Woodstock.
Yeah.
Every year, the people who like run the square there invite Bill Murray.
Yep. That every
He
year.
has not showed yet for Groundhog Day, but he might. Call the 800 number. He might show up. Extreme, Come On Over became the best-selling studio album of all time by a solo female artist in any genre. What's her name?
Melissa Etheridge.
Incorrect, Mike.
Ding.
Yep.
Shania Twain.
Yep.
We knew it was in there somewhere.
There's another one that was referenced earlier. Extreme,
Yeah.
what 90s show featured Samantha, Carrie, Charlotte, and Miranda?
Sex and the City.
That is correct. Not in the city, it's and the city.
Did you just add that one in there?
No, it's there. Like I would have known Charlotte was a character.
She was
All I
the
knew
hot
was
one.
Miranda. Name the only race car driver. Is that what they're called? Karts?
Yeah, the open wheel Indy type cars.
Fun fact, race car palindrome. Name the only race car driver to win the first 3 races of a season. Multiple choice, Extreme. Mario or Mario Andretti, Nigel Mansell, or Paul Tracy.
I think I'm going to go with Paul Tracy.
Correct. Wow. Indy 500.
yeah.
You should know that, right? Extreme. What cult? I don't know if you're up on cults, but what cult had 39 of its members commit mass suicide in 97?
Oh, fuck.
And
That is-
before you guys answer, it's not Zlurp Nation.
We don't have 39 members.
That's true. We did when we talked about
Gohan
Blood
counts
Bowl.
as 4.
When it was a Blood Bowl show, we had 39. Not now.
I
Extreme?
can't remember.
3,
I
2,
can't
1.
remember.
Ding.
Ding. Biran.
Jonestown.
Nope.
Ding.
Mike.
Branch Davidians.
Nope. That's what I thought it was.
It was the Nike wearing people, right? With the comment.
Heaven's Gate.
Yes, that's
Gates.
the one.
Shit.
I thought it
Jonestown was like
the-
in the 70s, I think.
I thought it was
No,
the
Jonestown
Koresh-
wasn't the name of the.
But
Yeah.
97, so I thought it was the Koresh guys. Totally.
They didn't commit mass suicide. They were killed by the ATF.
Oh, spoiler. I didn't see that one yet. I have it on DVD, but I haven't watched it yet. Xtreme got Paul Tracy and Sex in the City and Shania Twain.
Sex what?
And the City. And Biran got Andy McDowell.
No,
Mike.
No.
Mike. Oh, Biran got none. I
None.
love that.
I got 2.
2? You got 1. You didn't get
You
Heaven's
got
Gate. Oh,
No, you
Mike
got-
got Shania Twain?
Yeah, I got Shania Twain.
Oh, Xtreme. I wanted to give you the points.
I like tall brunettes.
with erect nipples in her videos.
Exactly.
Do you like Penn Jillette, Mike?
Funny story. My my
You're more
uncle,
of a teller guy. I get it.
my uncle always referred to Shania Twain as Shania, sit on my face, Twain. Okay. So we're at a bar in Wisconsin. It's loud, whatever. And my grandmother is trying to think of her name. And then she goes, Jim, what's the name of that woman that you want to sit on your face? The entire bar goes silent. And everyone's looking at my Uncle Jim, and he's like, Shania Twain, mother.
And then everyone's like, oh, we get it. It's fine.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But
We didn't know what you were going to say. We thought you were going to say Penn Jillette.
I would have said salt and pepper, both.
Salt and pepper.
Peppa.
but not Spinderella.
Cinderella. All right, so we got that one. That was whose was that? Xtreme?
Me.
Oh, that was Mike. Okay, Xtreme.
That was me.
Oh,
That was my
your-
card.
okay.
Yeah, it's my.
That was your card. Yes, that was his card.
That was your card. Got it. I got your points. All right. We'll make this last round, but they're all going to be worth 3. 2, actually.
Oh, it's this bullshit again.
It is bullshit. It's called a game. Ever heard of it?
No.
Mike, what 93 thriller featured a murdered wife, one-armed man, and an obsessed detective? I didn't murder my wife.
I know. Begins with P.
2, 1.
Ding.
Ding.
Biran.
The Fugitive.
Oh, come on.
Fugitive. Shit.
Close. It's close.
And
Xtreme,
the
you're so
janitor for
close.
Scrubs.
I
Uh,
can never ding in faster than Biran. This isn't fair.
why don't you just ding like before?
Ding.
Give me-
Yeah.
I
You
was
got a
waiting till the
premature ding.
That's what she said.
You know what? Xtreme, why don't you say dung? It might come out fast. Feel like
All right.
dung or like ding. I don't know. Maybe. They're both one syllable. Mike, what Canadian singer, also referenced earlier, released the albums Fumbling Towards Ecstasy, Surfacing, and Touch?
Celine Dion.
No.
Ding.
Xtreme.
Sarah McLaughlin.
McLaughlin.
That's right.
Now she's saving pets.
Antidote. I've attended 2 Lilith fairs.
Anecdote, not antidote.
No, he went to the Lilith Fair. He caught something.
Yes.
Now he needs the
He
antidote.
caught the lesbian.
You caught chlamydia, but it's okay because you're a guy. Say
Because you were
something.
Right.
Xtreme, when you were there, did you actively had sexual intercourse while watching performances at Lilith Fair?
Were you the only
Um,
penis there?
When you went, no, side note, when you went to the Juggalo gathering, same question. Were you the only
That would have
penis?
made it a little more fun if I didn't go to a gathering. It was just a concert.
No, I know, but the lore of Zlurpcast is you went to a gathering in Cave in Rock, Illinois. You went
I
No
knew
cell phone
of a
reception
guy that
allowed.
went to a couple of gatherings.
there. No cell phone reception. You can't call for help. That's a rule there. Mike, who plays the title character in Murphy Brown?
Candice Bergen.
That is Candice Bergen. Sports. Hockey. Where did the Quebec Nordiques hockey team move to in 95? Also referenced earlier.
The Tennessee.
No.
Ding.
Ding.
Biran.
Arizona.
Biran. What?
Arizona.
Nope. Xtreme.
Florida.
Colorado Avalanche.
Oh,
Oh,
Huh, I thought it was Winnipeg. It was
We
Quebec,
referenced it earlier, though.
but I thought we decided it was Winnipeg that moved to
we were
Colorado.
just guessing.
Ah,
Oh,
shit.
yeah, that was
it was the only one referenced.
if you want to Extreme, if you want to retcon 95 NHL, I'll allow it.
I kept on
Let's
wanting to
just-
say Atlanta, but I think that was after.
Let's just call a mulligan on the whole year of 95. I'm fine with that. Mike, what Hollywood madam faced charges of pandering and tax evasion in 94, but refused to divulge her client list?
Oh, what's her name? I can see her.
You can see her.
I can see her.
Oh,
Heidi Fleiss.
no!
There's Heidi Fleiss. All right, going with the double points. Mike, 2 for Fleiss, 2 for Bergen. Who got The Fugitive, Mike?
No, Biran.
Biran got 2,
Suck.
and Xtreme got McLaughlin.
Yeah.
McLaughlin. Is it the McLaughlin report? Am I saying that right?
The Kyle McLaughlin report.
So Biran got is up to 27. Mike is up to 22. Extreme's up to 18.
He's
There's
legal.
still time. Points are doubled.
Can't
You're
buy
out.
tobacco anymore, though.
Biran, your category. If you destroy this, there's no way anyone's catching up. Once we make the last one worth fun. Movies. Who's nominated for the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor in the 95 movie Apollo 13? 2 Apollo questions. It's multiple choice, but I'm not going to give it.
Oh, shit. Gary Sinise.
Best Supporting Actor. That is incorrect.
No.
Dang.
Mike?
Tom Hanks.
No.
It's the other one.
Oh,
The other
Yeah.
bosom buddy,
I know
Peter
who it is.
Scolari. The other bosom buddy, Mike? No, it's not Peter Scolari. He said the other one. I assume you meant bosom buddies. Extreme, ding or dung or dong or dang.
I know it is now.
Yeah, I know it is too.
Who else
Ed
was in this?
No, who is it, Biran?
Ed Harris.
It is Ed Harris. We would have not accepted Kevin Bacon either. Biran, what boy group disbanded in 94 to focus on their solo careers?
94.
Yep,
New Kids on the Block.
that's correct. And you only said that because you're white.
No, I
Someone
said it because
color.
it was early
You
enough in the
said-
90s to not be in sync.
Well, New Edition would have been the other answer.
Belle Biv DeVoe.
That's right.
Millie
Well,
Vanilli. Is he dead then?
There's 2 of them, Mike.
I know,
There
but one of
was.
them killed himself.
Yeah,
Are we talking about
Hold
the actors who pretended to sing or the actual people that sang the song?
the actual people. Billy Vanilli had.
How does it feel to
names.
go, we like your song, but you're too ugly?
Well, so CNC Music Factory, Gonna Make You Sweat. The video had a woman singing. It was not actually the woman singing.
But it wasn't as deceptive, I don't think.
No, I believe, I could be wrong, that the Blues Traveler video Runaround took that as a concept for their video, had them playing next door while their band was playing. Anyway, Biran, who played Jamie Buchanan in the TV show Mad About You?
Jamie Buchanan, Mad About You. Paul Reiser?
Dang.
Mike,
Helen Hunt.
that's correct. Jamie could be for a girl as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, that's
We
what.
would also accepted Mike Hunt as well. Twice, 2 Mike Hunts in this.
Yes.
Which is fantastic. Hey, more hockey, Biran. What NHL hockey player scored the most goals in the 90s? Multiple choice, but I don't want to give it.
The most goals in the 90s.
It ain't who you think, and I love it.
Mario Lemieux.
Nope. Yeah, time off, Biran, so I don't know if that would have worked.
Ding.
Yep.
Gretzky.
Nope. Brett Hall. St. Louis
Never heard of
Blues. His dad, the Golden Jet, Bobby Hall.
Never heard of him.
That's from Mike's time.
Never heard of him.
No.
I had no
Who
hockey
wrote-
time.
Biran, who wrote the novel Train Spotting?
Oh, fuck, I don't know.
It's not fuck, I don't know. Anyone else? 3, 2, 1.
An English guy.
I would have guessed Ewan McGregor. He did not write the novel.
But you did get to see his wiener.
Spoiler, haven't seen it yet. I have. Irvine Welsh.
Oh,
Give
clearly.
me 1,000
Hey.
guesses and I never get it.
So,
Irvine
Mike got-
Welsh, is he Welsh or Scottish?
Biran got New Kids on the Block. Mike got Helen Hunt. That's it for that one?
Yeah, that one was hard.
No one got Ed Harris, right?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Right home. Okay.
Mike and I got it after 2 guesses.
Biran's at 29. Mike's at 24. Xtreme's at 18. Extreme, if you get all of these that are now worth 3 each, you could win.
But only for you.
Everyone else
three
are
for-
worth -3.
3 for everybody. It's fine. But Extreme's first
With my
dibs.
last 2 cards, I think I only got 1 in each of those. So the
All right,
odds aren't very good.
Movies, Extreme. This is it. I need you to focus. Okay. Open up those fucking drawers, the ones that are sticking from the 90s, sticky for whatever reasons. Open them up. We're going inside. 93 romantic comedy. This is before we started saying rom-com. Romantic comedy. It was the second film to star Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. What's the name of this movie?
Sleepless in Seattle.
That is
No.
correct.
Oh,
That is
really?
correct. The second
You've
film.
Got Mail was the first one.
Yeah. No,
No.
it would have been reversed.
Just draw a new card. This one's borked.
Was there 3? You've Got Mail is about internet. Would have
Oh,
been
there
after.
she was in Joe versus Volcano.
And that was
Is that a
before
rom-com
93.
though, or is that a dark comedy?
I didn't know that
Again,
before
it's from
93.
Ivy, you know?
The Joe versus the Volcano is a good movie. The other ones are
But
garbage.
guess what? It says Sleepless in Seattle. I can see.
Okay.
You got the points, Extreme. Music. Also referenced earlier. Another one. What 96? No, sorry, it's saying her name. Of course it was. It's referenced now as well. What 96 Celine Dion hit became the best-selling adult contemporary song ever?
Oh,
No
shit.
one will know this answer. I thought the answer was Celine Dion at first. Name her biggest song that wasn't the movie song.
Some shit about a candle in the wind.
What?
No.
You're,
No.
you're thinking of the tribute song to Princess Diana by what's his face?
Elton John.
Elton John.
Fun
Who was
fact, there was a Stern parody that was bleeped back then. Candle in My Cunt. They did a song parody for that show back then.
It was the song that Meatloaf wrote then.
No. Biran, Mike, any gangs.
My
It
heart.
probably
Will
is
Go
that. Maybe
On.
it is that.
Ding.
Yeah.
My heart goes on, or whatever.
No. Because You Loved Me.
Sure.
Yes.
I don't know that
Okay.
song.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. What are you talking about?
Was
That's
that
the only other song of hers that I can think
It
of.
wasn't the Titanic song. So, all right,
that was 96? Titanic was
97. Right?
Yeah.
Extreme. You can still do this. You've already got. You're at 30. You're at 21 right now. You're at 29. Get the next 3, and you got this. What TV show did John Goodman play a working class dad to the Connor family?
Roseanne.
Correct. And for no bonus points, who did that star?
Roseanne Barr.
Or
Roseanne Arnold. Extreme, you are now up to 24. Get the next 2, and you win with 30. It's a big deal. It's a huge fucking deal. True or false? And I don't write these. It literally is a true or false. So Mike's
Now,
already
are
got-
you putting the bumpers up over the gutters now, or did you do it earlier?
I'm drawing cards, and I will show this one afterwards.
Well,
Mike's-
triple
Mike-
points. Hmm.
Mike's got a preemptive ding right now, already ready to go for whatever one it's not. True or false? Major League Baseball was the only professional sport to not have a labor stoppage during the 90s.
false.
False. They did. Extreme.
94.
Yep. You now have 27 points.
A lot of pressure on this last one.
Biran's
It
got
is.
29. Mike's got 24. In the potpourri or potent potables category, what pop star married Elvis Presley's daughter?
Is this a real card that you picked? You're fuck with me on this? Michael Jackson.
Come on. Look at that, true or false right above.
not Nicolas Cage.
It is not, and it is Michael Jackson. Xtreme, you take the points. You won this one.
Woohoo!
Congrats.
Yes, a legitimate win. Well done.
Biran,
I
had a
happily
good-
choose third place or won third place. So
yeah, we share the wealth here, Mike. If you win third place, you won't get most casualties here.
yeah.
Well, that was riveting as fuck for nobody. But if you made it this far, congrats. Make sure to slurp on that sub button. Do I have polls? No? These are new sounds. Also follow Zlurpcast on social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, @Zlurpcast. Buy a shirt. None of us are wearing one, but you get a shirt that says Zlurpcast TV. You Grognard, can you buy that shirt at grognardgames.com or no?
I purchased something and was given it as a gift.
I
the
will
owner.
take this and wear it.
Yes.
Go to grognardgames.com. Why the hell not? They ship. Give them a free plug. Todd will appreciate it. As long as Biran says something inappropriate right next to it. The floor is yours. Biran,
Sorry, I wasn't
You're
paying
not-
attention.
are you not paying attention?
Zlurpcast! Brought to you by Nuffles. Bet you can't just roll a one.